Hello everybody, this is going to be a tutorial of a pocket hug backing card. I thought I'd just give a little bit of a video. I don't know how fast it's going to be, I don't know how long it's going to be, and also how much choice select words that are going to take place, but I thought some of you might appreciate on how to do it. I'm using my Cricut Explore Air 2 machine to make these after I design. So I'm in Cricut Design Space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into shapes right here. I'm going to pick this square with the rounded edges. There's this square here that has rounded edges. Then there's this square here that has square edges, but there's a lot of shapes here that you can use, but I'm making a card, so I'm going to use this one here with the rounded edges. So therefore it's black, of course, because all shapes are going to be black, and then you can change to whatever color you want. So right now it comes in 2 by 2 inches. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to go up here to here. See where that little lock is? I'm going to unlock it. I'm going to go 2.5, so that's 2.5. I'm going to hit my tab. It's going to go over by 4 and tab. And see how the card just changed into that size? Then I'm going to make sure I lock it again, so when I move the card around, I don't lose it unless I touch the white corners. But if that happens, say you're moving it and you mix it like that and you got the wrong size, just go up here to undo, click it, and it'll bring your card back up to where you want it to. So I don't like this color, so I'm going to change it to white. So I'm going to go up here to the colors, where you see up there. Sorry for, there we go. Up here, I'm going to change the colors. You can see all the colors, but I'm going to change it to white just so we can see it for peace of mind. There you go. There's my card already. It's going to be 2.5 by 4. This will fit a 2-inch heart, resin heart. So I always like to make a second card, and instead of having to measure it all out again, I just go up here to duplication. Right here up in the right hand corner, you'll see duplication. Just click on that. That's just in case you make a mistake. You can always just delete this one and then go and then start over. Just for peace of mind, I think. Sorry. And if you see a little bit of wobbling, it's because I'm using my laptop and my phone, and I have it on a phone thing, so it's not quite sturdy. Well, it's sturdy, but you know. Anyhow, so here's my card. So I want to get an image. You don't need to do images if you don't want to, but I'm choosing to do no, that's shapes. So we'll get out of there. Then we'll go up here to images. Just see right here, just to the left, you'll see a whole prompt of things that you can do with your Cricut Explorer. They all come with it. So I got to remember to try and fit everything in screen because like I said, I'm using my laptop and my phone. So I'm going to scroll down here and find the image that I want to use. There's lots, so Now it's just to find what I want. And of course, the images don't come in fast enough. I could have been prepared and had this all my stuff that I needed out and ready, and then just wham, bam, click on it. But I thought, maybe I should just show you step by step, you know, so you know where to go for some of the images if you're using a Cricut machine. Okay, so here it is. I'm a member, so with Cricut Design Space, so I get all these images free. But if you're not, you'll get some free images. You just go up here and you can click free, and then it'll bring up all the free images that you can use for your designs. But I don't have to do that because I have most of them with my Design Space. So I click on the image that I want, then I go down here to add to canvas. That'll bring it to my canvas. You see how really huge it is? All you do is just grab it and pull it like that. Then you move it to the card that you want. I'll zoom in so you can see a little better. So I just sized it to the card that right here. So I like that color. Pink is good, but I'm gonna just get a lighter color because I'll show you why. Because I just want it kind of like a silhouette. So I'm gonna pick the light gray here. That's just my preference. Okay, so you see how nice it looks on the card. You just want just a hint of the background because you don't want to take away from the title. You'll see what I mean. So next step is I'm going to go down here to text. See where the text is? It says text right here to the left. So it's going to bring up a text box right here, but I don't like that font, so I'm gonna go up here. You see up here in the right left hand corner right here, I'm gonna click on that. I've already picked out what I want earlier, so I'm going to use milkshake. So I'm gonna go to, I have a Cricut. These are what Cricut has stored already, but system is, I believe it's some of the ones I have downloaded myself and the ones that are already here as well. So I purchased milkshake font, so I'm going to use that one because I bought it ages ago. So I'm going to type in milkshake, and here's my font. I'm going to click on that. And then click off the X, and then there it is. So I'm going to kind of highlight it. And I'm going to type in pocket hug. Pocket hug. And you see that? I just clicked it off, and then I click it here, and then I can move it again. Up here. And then I'm going to resize it, put it over my image because that's what I wanted. I wanted it to go over my image. That's why I chose to put the image a lighter color than my wording. But I don't like the black because black is just boring. So I'm going to go in here to my colors again. I'm going to pick the light blue. Or not. I'm going to pick the dark blue. Like that. And I'm going to have it. I'm going to fix it so it looks kind of good. Eyeball it. I like eyeballing. I could measure, but I think whatever looks good to you, then do it. So this is how it's going to look. See? I like that. Maybe move it up just a tad. Like I said, it's your preference. You don't have to use what I'm using. I'm just showing you how to make one. This is going to be a printing cut, sorry. So therefore, I have the image, I have the words, but you know, I can always do this too. I can always put a light blue behind it. Like that. That looks pretty good there. So that goes there. Now you want the verse for the bottom or wherever you're going to put it and where you're going to place the heart, but I'll show you. Okay, this is another text box. Now the font that I picked was Always Having Fun. So I'm going to type in first erase milkshake and type in Always Having Fun. See right there. Click on that and then you're going to click it off again, and then there you go. Your text box has changed. I'm going to just make it a little smaller because really you want to kind of make it small enough that you can work with. See, I made the mistake there. All I have to do is just do undo and it brings back what you need. So therefore there it is. Again, I did it, sorry. Okay, there, I have it highlighted so I can write in the text now. So you pick a verse of what you want. I already have one picked out. I have a bit picked out. So I'm just going to use the one I found that I liked. Or you can make up your own, but I'm not that. I haven't really thought up of any of my own, but. And then I'm going to type a pocket hug from me to you. Don't worry about it being bigger than the card. We can fix that. From me to you. The real one is overdue. Overdue. And then until the point capital I can be there. Oops, again. Hold this close and know I care. Okay, so here it is. It's typed out. There it is. So it's a little, as you can see, it's a little big for the card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink it down to fit the page. See how it fits nicely? You don't have to do anything with it. Kind of nice, eh? But I find the spaces between the lines are a little too wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. Okay. So I'm going to go up here and you see the line space? I'm going to click on that and I think it's, oh wait. Okay, so line space. I don't know. I think I'm spreading them too much. Maybe not. What? See, this is kind of new to me. Oh, maybe you have to unlock it. Sorry, guys. I don't know. It's just weird. Anyways, here you do the line spacing. You just have to figure out, okay, is that what you want? You know, eh? So there you go. I don't like black, so I'm going to change it again to the color I want. I think I'm going to use maybe a pink color or a purple, you know. It's supposed to be nice, right? Or I might use a dark blue. I like the medium blue. We'll do that. See, it looks all muffled right now, but once I flatten it all, it'll definitely, the colors will pop better. So therefore, just to show you that this is the right size, and I've picked the right size, I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to take a heart shape. Okay, so this is 2 by 1.77. So I'm going to do 2 by 2 because that's what the heart mold is that I got off of Temu. So I'm going to go 2 by, don't forget to unlock your measurements there. 2. So that's 2 by 2. So a little bit more rounder, but it is a 2 by 2 will fit in here because it's a 2.5, of course, because it's a little bigger. And then this is kind of pointy heart, so maybe I'll just use a different, let's see what other hearts in there. That's a pointy heart. Try that one. That's kind of more rounder, right? Yeah, look, see? So we'll do 2 by 2 here. This shape here is more or less like the shape from Temu, from the silicone mold. So I'm going to delete this. Here, I'm going to put 2 by 2. See? Maybe it's not 2 by 2 in lengths. The length is different, so So we'll just leave it as is. It's 2 by, yeah. See, all you have to do is just a 2-inch heart will fit on this because I have tried it. But you can also, you have to fidget around with your box of words here. And just, there you go. See? Okay, so now what we want to do is, that's to prove that a 2-inch heart will fit in there. I don't know the height of it, but the width is 2 inches. So I do know my resin hearts will fit in there. So we'll just take this over here. Then see how this is all here? It's not attached or anything. So what you're going to do is you're going to highlight the whole kit and caboodle. You're going to go over here to flatten, right here. That's going to flatten everything so it's one piece. Now up here it says print and cut. So now if you have a printer and a Cricut machine, it'll be in sync, and therefore it'll print it out on your cardstock. Then you have to put it through your Cricut machine, and it'll cut it. If you want, I can show you a video of that too. Just let me know in the comments and I can do that. So we're just going to delete this heart because I don't need it anymore, because I'm going to add my own resin heart. I'm going to delete this extra card. I could make another one and show you how to do it again, but I think I put you through kind of torment. So the other day when I was making these last night, when I did the print and cut option thing, I kind of duplicated this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have 3 cards here. Doesn't matter where you place them on the board, because it's just going to fix it when you go to the print and cut. So if you give me a second, I'll pause the video, I'll set up my Cricut machine, and we can do this together, I guess. So I'll be back. Hello everybody, I'm back again. I just put you on a little pause. Okay, so I have the 3 here because I know 3 will fit onto an 8 by 11 sheet of cardstock. I happened to use some cardstock that had kind of a bit of a pattern on it, a light pattern. So I'm going to use that. I cut it down to 11 by 8.5. Because it was a 12 by 12 sheet and I wasn't using it anyways, and it was what I wanted to use. I have my Cricut machine set up here. I'm just going to close my laptop and you can see the Cricut machine. See the Cricut machine right there. My Cricut Explore Air 2. Don't mind the dust of it. She's been sitting lonely. Yes. I got this many years ago and I've used it for many projects, so I'm kind of happy. It's still doing its thing. Anyhow, this is a long video. I think I'm gonna maybe stick it on YouTube for everybody to view. Anyhow, there you go. I'm gonna just put it up a little bit so you can see my work. See how I'm doing. Can you see that? I hope so. Anyhow, there you go. So now I have 3 of them. I know 3 of them will fit on an 8x11 paper. This is just part of the paper I use. This nice color here, this gray stuff. Kind of like a light gray pattern. Yeah, see? I'm using that for this set right here. So that's why I changed the color of the hearts. So I'm going to go over here to where it says make. So I'm going to make it. Going to do all its thing. Oh, and make sure your setting on your machine is okay, I'm gonna have to go back in and delete this title because I'm not printing that out. So I'm gonna go back. All you have to do, if you want to go back to your design, just cancel it. So I'm gonna just zoom out to 100 so you can see better. I'm going to delete my title because we all know what we're doing now. So you see my 3 pocket hugs here, cards. I'm going to go back and make it. I've already put my setting, my Cricut machine setting to cardstock. Just because that's what you're supposed to do. Because that's the material I'm going to be cutting it out of. So see, it has guidelines here. I probably could have got 4 on here. Maybe I'll go back and make another, get 4. I can get 4 on, if I can get 4 onto the page, then that's good because then I'm not wasting paper, you know. There. Now, that's perfect. It fit 4 nicely. It's just gathering its thoughts. So it fit 4 nicely on an 8.5 by 11 sheet. Right here. If you go over here, this will tell you the size of the paper. If you're using any different kind of size of paper, it all depends on the size of your printer. Remember, mine only holds an 8.5 by 11 paper. So that's why I have 8.5 by 11 cardstock, because my cardstock will fit in just nicely. So that's good. I can fit 4 of these on here, which is good because that's what I really wanted. I wanted to utilize all the paper I can, so there's no waste. Waste not, want not. So therefore, I got it here. So I'm going to continue. Okay, here it says, it's asking me, print image on a printer of your choice. So, send to computer. Send to printer. So, and then here you have options of what printer you want to use. I'm using my DeskJet 2700 series. It does good for me, so I'm going to select that. Now it's preparing to print. See, in here it's already telling me while my cards are printing out on my cardstock. Here on my Cricut machine, this is the tools I will need. I will need, of course, a mat. So I got a mat. And then I have my blade in already. And then it tells me what to do. So therefore, it's already printed out. Didn't take very long. Look at that. Look how nice that looks. Right? So now I'm going to just close this up for a second, because I already know what I'm doing, what it told me to do. So I'm just going to move take my mat. This is my mat that I put my paper on. I hope y'all can see. Like I said, I'm using, so I'm going to take this off, put it over here. Then I'm going to place this just in the corner. You have to make sure you place it in the corner of your cutting mat, because if you don't, then the Cricut won't be able to read its markings, and then it won't cut out the design properly. So do that like that. See, flatten it out. I really like this paper. See how it looks? Like that. Okay, so that's what you want to do. You want to do that. So now, I'm just going to move this over here. I'm going to move my laptop so I can show you up close and personal. So I'm going to, can you see? There you go. So I'm going to take this in here and put it in here like this. Make sure it's under the tulips like that. This is going to be a little difficult because I have to kind of make sure it stays in place. Can you see? Sorry for the wobbliness, but... And then I'm going to take this, see this button right here that's flashing? That button that's flashing right there, the arrow. It's telling me to do that so I can feed in my mat. So feeding your mat, make sure it goes in. Make sure your cardstock is flat and stuck down to your mat. And then see that little C thing flashing? Hit that. And then there you go. Now it's going to measure out, see that little light? It's measuring out those little square things. See, it's not going to cut your design. It's just measuring it right now. Those black marks in the corner are kind of like border things, so the machine knows where to cut and where not to cut. Guidelines, sorry. See there, now it's telling me See that little flashing light? It's telling me that I can remove my mat, so I'm going to remove it. See, it thinks I have another one to go, but I don't, because I only did one. But look, you peel it off like this. Look at that. And there are your pocket hug cards. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. How nice is that for making your own pocket hugs? I know people say, oh, just use your Cricut to do your pocket hugs. And I'm thinking, how in the heck can you do your Cricuts to do your pocket hug backing cards? And then I sat there and thought about it, and then I'm thinking, you know, it's probably the printing cut. When they mentioned printing cut, I sat there and I thought for a few minutes, oh, okay, makes sense. So now, that was just a dumb moment I had when they were all telling me. But look, this is the one I purchased. The template I purchased. And this is the one I made. This is a little bigger. But this is the one I made. So, not much difference, only in size. But not really. I could have made the card just a tad smaller. But it's 2.5 by 4, this one here. And I think this one's 2.1 and 3 point something. I don't know. I don't, but I kind of like how this turned out. Now, is it going to work though? I don't know if I have a pocket hug. Sorry again for the wobbling. Like I said, it's the way I have this set up is so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna just take one of my pocket hugs I have here. I'm going to take it off the old card. Oh, shoot. And we'll just see how it works. See? Perfect. Thank you. You're welcome. Look how pretty that is. It's just simply adorable. Look at that. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but man, did you see all the work I had to do and what I went through just for it to turn out? Like, maybe the hearts at the top could have been a little smaller, like moved a little smaller, moved up. But other than that, not bad.